Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cosmo League Twitch. Today we have Vista Ridge versus Night Riders. Team Night Riders as they're known, but their clan's called Night Riders 2. Maybe there's two of them, not too sure. Welcome to everybody in the chat, lots of Vista Ridge people here today. Nice to see. Right, let's see what we've got. We have got Vista Ridge attacking first. We have got Big Rick attacking GTX Tanich from Night Riders. In the army, we have got... Well, we've got some balloons in early. We've got the warden in. Here comes the blimp. Not sure what's going to be in there. Looks like we've got quite a few invisors. Got a clone as well. And some rages. Let's see where he puts it down. Nice placement on that. It is a Sarge. It's what we'd expect. It should get decent value out of this. Should be able to get down the monolith. Should be able to get down the EA and the town hall as well. Maybe even the Archer Queen. We'll have to wait and see. Still got two invises left. It's good value so far. There goes the Archer Queen, which will be helpful. EA as well. What else will they be able to get down? That's their last invis. Should be able to get down the scatter, maybe even the bomb tower. They do push a little bit further out as well. That's great value. That's Arch. Lovely. Here comes the Queen at the top. King as well. Yeah. Super Barch to start off. We've seen a lot of these recently. They do seem to work out pretty well, you know. And Change to Swat is just before we had it as top 128 overall, but it's now top 2 from each group. So, you know, makes it a little bit more exciting, we think. Here we go in with the push. Ice Golem goes down. Doesn't really get a whole lot of damage on the, a whole lot of value on the freeze, but not to worry. Rest of the heroes are still pushing through. Still got their abilities to use it well. It should make easy work of this. The value on that Sarge was crazy. There's really not too much left on the map that's going to cause big issues. That scatter shot might cause some issues, but Queen should be able to take it down without too much problem at all. And there goes the RC as well, helping out. Still got Kings, Queens and RC's ability to use. This is looking like a 3-star at this rate. Yeah, top 2 from each group, so, you know, if there's 2 esports teams in a group or 3 esports teams in a group, they've really got to fight it out. It should make the double elimination matches a little bit more interesting as well. And we think it's, I don't know, it's just a slightly different way of doing things. Makes it a little bit more unpredictable, which is part of the fun. Look at this push though, it's almost flawless. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is flawless. There should be a 3-star without any issues here. The Queen's doing her own thing and shooting the walls up at the top, and that's fairly standard. She'll eventually start doing something. Here she comes to shoot the mortar tower, and then I'm sure she'll go back to shooting some walls. It's a lovely 3-star to start off with. You can even strike the Queen's ability if you wanted to. Great attack from Big Rick there. Very nicely done. But here we go. We've got Night Riders coming in. Let's see what they've got. In with the blimp, in with the lava hound as well. Should distract most of those ADs. Let's see where he places this down. What are we going to see? Are we going to see a Sarch? Yes, we are. There goes the Invis. There goes the clones, the rages. Should be able to get down a decent amount of value here, assuming the town hall doesn't get them with the bomb at all, which it might. A few of them are pretty low on health. Oh, and there they go. There's 3 left. They get down the spell tower, that will be helpful. Right, let's see what the plan is now. A few super barbs around the outside. This is of course another super barch, so yeah. Let's see if it can replicate the lovely VR hit we saw earlier. Ice Golems will slow this down a little bit. It always does. It's always frustrating to have to deal with. Those balloons could cause an issue as well. Nope, they managed to go down. And there goes the next Ice Golem, slowing everything right down again. Okay, we've got the King in. We've got the Warden in. EA is waking up. It's going to start causing some problems now. The value out of the Sarch wasn't quite as good as Vista Ridge's hit, so I'm not quite sure if we're going to see a 3-star. But let's wait and see. We're about 40% of the map destroyed, and we've got 1 minute 30 left on the clock. Things do need to speed up a little bit. King is pushing into that section there with the Warden's ability as well. Should be able to get into that EA take down maybe the scatter shot as well, depending on how well it keeps up its momentum. Ice Golem freeze there will be massively helpful. Archer Queen there defending with the Rage spell tower as well. That might cause some issues. Ice Golem helping out there massively, but the king is already effectively dead. Trying to push through. Warden might get down the scatter shot. No, the Warden doesn't, but the Phoenix does. Nicely done. Right, Queen continues to push around the outside. She isn't really helping out too much at the moment. She isn't getting much damage down. And now she's off again. Right. Lloyd Champion still has her ability though. Might be able to clear this up a little bit. There it goes. That Expo might cause some issues. And that Inferno down at the bottom as well. Let's wait and see. It just isn't quite enough time on the clock, I don't think. But yeah, the Queen just loves to walk into a wall and then hit it and then die immediately. It's part of the fun. She has eventually arrived, but it's a bit too late, unfortunately. She probably would have been able to take down this section if she had the time, but a 94% 2-star, that's a solid hit. That is a nice return hit. It isn't quite a 3-star, but it's a high percentage 2-star. They can't be too upset by that. There it is. We have got Aero from Vista Ridge attacking Golem the King from Night Riders 2. Let's see what he's going to do here. We've got some witches, we've got the Flame Flinger, we've got a bit of everything really. Let's just wait and see what the plan is. He's got some zaps and the Earthquake as well. Just got to wait another few seconds to see what he's actually planning on doing. Right, starting off with a Warden Walk. Always a good way to start. I always find... Oh my goodness, I thought that was a Warden. Starting off with a Queen Charge. Perfect. Let's wait and see. The lightning spells there did a decent amount of damage. That Inferno unfortunately will be healed right back up by the time any of the troops get there. Oh, it is a Warden. I got mixed up with the pets. That's very embarrassing. I was too zoomed out. Right. Warden work with the Flame Fling. We've seen this a lot then. Managing to clear up the outside. Got some Yetis in on the left as well. Just to help clear up a little bit, create a little bit of funnel for the bulk of the army, which I believe will come from the left. Here comes the E-Titans pulling in the Warden. There goes the Queen as well. Here comes a few balloons just to help push into this section. Starting to come to the bulk of the attack now. We've got 2 minutes left on the clock, 70% to clear. Time isn't in their favour, but the E-Titans normally work pretty well. Warden's still got his ability ready to use. Ice Golems are freezing up all of this area. Super Minions might cause a bit of an issue here. They managed to go down. The King in the meantime really pushing up towards this EA. There goes the Warden ability, keeping all of those troops alive. That will help with clearing up and keeping them alive against the multi-inferno. Down at the bottom, we have got the Yetis pushing in. Headhunter doing its best against the Arch King, but it will go down in just a second. Nearly got down the King. Very good effort on there. Here comes the RC from the top, clearing out this top section. Should see her push down towards that scatter shot after she's got down those towers. More troops in on the top right, in with the Giant as well, just to tank a few of those hits. Queen in the middle uses her ability. It was just on the edge. She has lost quite a lot of health. Let's see if the healers can keep her alive. Might be a little bit tough. And the poison won't help, and neither will the King, but let's see. And she goes down. That's unfortunate. Right, Royal Champion still pushing through. She hasn't got her ability. I'm not sure if there's enough left on the map for this to work. Should be looking at a high 2 though, at least. But it does put them back into the clutches of Night Riders. Gives Night Riders a pretty good chance to fight back, assuming they get 3-star. Right, it's a good hit. But yeah, just lost a little bit of momentum there at the end. see you. Right, we have got Tushar here. Attacking from Knight Riders 2. Attacking VR Vikas from Vista Ridge. We have got in the army, we've got a Super Hog attack. We've seen a lot of these recently. Always good fun to watch. I always get them mixed up with a hybrid somehow, but they are definitely not. They're a little bit different. Yeti with the rocket balloons, in with the blimp, fairly standard, clears out that top section. Yeti Mites will get down a decent amount on that Expo as well. Baby Drag doing a little bit of clear up around the outside. In the meantime, we've got Queen Watch. She is getting hammered. Oh my goodness, pops early. And the rage used as well. She stays alive for the time being, but she's being slowed right down by all of those CC troops. Really nice combination there from Vista Ridge for their defense. King in the meantime pushing around, clearing out a lot of those outside. He does go around. I'm not sure if he wanted him to do that or wanted him to go right towards the town hall. But not to worry, because the Queen's going to come in and she'll be able to do a lot of that. Don't worry, our team's going to win. If you're from Knight Riders, you've definitely still got the chance. You've just got to, you know, make sure you prove it. Well, it's all talk. Let's see if the Queen can get much value in here. Hopefully she doesn't get damaged or anything too badly. Town Hall's not awake just yet. There it goes. It's not enough to stop it too much. The Expo might cause some issues. And maybe the poison bomb from the Town Hall as well. In the meantime, up at the top, we've got the Super Hogs army and the Wardens use the ability. That should allow them to push through and take out a lot of the splash here. That Multi-Inferno will cause some problems when it wakes up. Yep. Squeeze on that just to keep it a little bit more docile. Scatter shot as well, that's always a big problem for the Hogs. Any sort of splash, and there's so much of that at Town Hall 15. Queen in the meantime, she's still pushing down at the bottom. Let's see what else she manages to do. Looks like it's going pretty well so far. And there's a lot of time left on the clock, and there's quite a lot of troops left as well. RC's still got her ability as well. This should be a 3-star. Yeah, you've got to prove it. Whichever team starts saying that they're going to win, you just got to win. Otherwise, it's way too embarrassing for you to deal with. Here we go. We have got VR Resonate from Vista Ridge attacking Tushar from Knight Riders 2. We have got another Super Hogs attack. In with the Queen nice and early. Healers as well, with the balloon to take on any of those traps. Doesn't really get very far, which is unfortunate. We might have to push in a little bit further before another balloon goes down to help seek any out. Nice placement on the invis there, just to make sure that the Queen doesn't start wandering off the wrong way. Seen that a few times. Always nice to see. Bit of a ballsy move. I'm not part of either ball now. Neither am I. I'm just sat in the middle. Right. Queen is still pushing away. She should be able to get down the Town Hall. Enough healers on her not really to take much damage from the Town Hall. Then for the Giant Bomb as well, really. She should be able to get healed up pretty nicely. She pushes in. Expo will cause some problems. And we get the recall in. Let's see where we redeploy back at the top, creating a lovely funnel for the base of our attack. We should see the Queen walk the rest of the way in. Right, we've got King and a Pecker. King and a nice golem or a Yeti in the top left. I can't even see from here. In with the log launcher as well. That will clear down the EA. Maybe open up into that Multi-Inferno as well, depending on how much damage it takes. In at the top, we've got the Queen still pushing through, in with the Rage as well. Inferno and the Hogs doing their best. A few of them are falling, which you'd expect. Getting a little bit stuck on various little skeletons and whatnot. They're pushing through regardless. Rage there just to help them get through this section. There's a lot of damage still left on the map. There goes the Warden's ability. King's ability goes off as well. He's getting completely hammered by various expos. Queen in the meantime, she's up doing her own thing at the top. I'm sure she'll come in to help at some point this game. Yeah, it was a golem, you're right. I just for some reason couldn't see. Right, we have got King's ability from the Phoenix gone. He's managing to push through, taking on a lot of that scatter shot. Maybe the Phoenix will be able to help out a little bit here, keep that distracted while the RC does the hard work. And it is enough to take down the RC, but she is very low. Queen's low as well, no ability left on either. RC goes down. Is it enough to finish off this base? Yes it is. It looks like there's just one Inferno left. Will they be able to get it? Luckily the Warden's tanking most of the damage and gets down the Inferno. That was a little bit touch and go there at the end, I felt. But that was a lovely hit from Resonate there. Just in time. Nice placement on everything. Let's see what we've got there. Here we go. We have got Leader from Night Riders attacking VR Resonate. And Vista Ridge, same guy we just saw attacking. Let's see if his defense is as good as his attack. Right, in with the Queen Walk, or Queen Charge, whatever you want to call it. Down at the bottom with the recall as well. Balloon going in. We're seeing kind of similar thing to last time already. But we've got a little bit more of an air focused attack this time. And we have thank you for the follow vision as well. Juicy Hydroing up. I think we'll redeploy in top left. No, top right. Okay. Here comes a bit more of the air army here. We've got some dragons in with the balloons as well. We'll see the dragon riders in a second as well. There they go. All in with the warden. This is fairly standard stuff here. And the blimp. He'll feel like he could have stretched out that ability a little bit longer, but it will be enough to get the blimp right in there. And thank you for the follow VR Aero. Appreciate that. Blimp gets caught in the tornado. It's going to be Yetis who do take a lot of damage. They get down the town hall. They get down the monolith as well. So pretty good fight of that. In the meantime, dragon riders are doing their thing on the outside, getting hammered a little bit by the EA, and they are low on health, so they will go down in a second. The Warden Tower is doing a good job on them. In the meantime, the Warden with the dragon still pushing through. EA is still up, causing a bit of a headache for them apparently. Well, the EA shots were still up rather. Queen's pushing through. She's still got enough health to make this happen. It's looking a little bit tight so far. Thank you, Bloody SP, for the follow as well. Right, Queen is still pushing through. Still got enough health on her. Oh, the healers there, they're getting caught up on the multi-Inferno. They drop, that's game over. Inferno manages to get caught up. Healers might be able to stay alive. It's looking tight. They just about stay up. That's right on the edge. Let's see what happens with the scatter shot and the RC as well. Poison is slowing down the enemy RC. And it's enough for Leader's RC to stay up, but it does go down almost immediately after, unfortunately. So it's just the Queen that we're relying on to clear about 20% of the base. I don't think it's enough personally. It's pretty simple math really. So yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but he should be able to get a decently high 2-star. Not quite enough really, but it's better than a 1-star. So let's see what the final percentage is going to be. Still getting hammered a bit by the Expo. If too many more things lock onto her, then we might not even get that far. She's still staying up just about, but there we go. 89% 2-star, not quite a 3-star like we just saw. Nice defense from Resonate there. Very nice base design. Right, here we go. We have got VR Vickers attacking from Vista Ridge, attacking Rohit Verma from Night Riders 2. Hey King, welcome to the chat. King Ahmed, welcome to our chat. Welcome to the Cosmo League. Nice to have you here. Starting off with the Water Walk. Raging nice and early, just to help him get through this bit faster. Stop him messing around. Flame Flinger down. Here comes a Hog as well. Okay, in the army we've got E-Titans. We're going to see kind of an E-Titan smash, I guess. Be interesting to see how this Water Walk goes, what sort of damage he's expecting off this. Should be able to get down the RC. Should be able to get down the Expo as well. With the help of the Flame Flinger, almost definitely. Let's see what other value he can get out of this. Strong start so far. Here comes the E-Titans, drawing the Warden away. Flame Flinger will do the rest. And it will focus the Town Hall as well, which is just what he wanted, I'm sure. Right, the Queen is pushing through, the Warden's pushing through, the King is pushing through. We've only got the Warden, the World Champion, not on the battlefield. Queen's off doing her own thing. She's pushing towards the Town Hall all by herself. There goes the Warden's ability, keeping the bulk of that army alive. King's doing its best around the outside as well, clearing up the enemy King. Helping to clear up a lot of this outer side of the base. Queen's ability does go off, which is a little bit rough. She is getting hammered a little bit right now. Will she be able to keep herself alive? I don't think so. I think she will fall in just a second. There we go. There goes the Queen. Not great for Vista Ridge. Let's see if they can clean up elsewhere, see if they can make a little bit of a comeback. They've still got the World Champion's ability to use. She is on the ground, she has full health. So it's not all lost, but it is looking a little bit more difficult second by second. A little bit of clear up going on at the top. We've also got the CC troops in the Flame Flinger. It might change the outcome a little bit. And the Flame Flinger is still getting down a decent amount of damage. Right, we've got Yetis, we've got the Rocket Balloon as well. Fairly standard approach once again. And it works well normally, so let's see why it wouldn't now. In at the bottom, World Champion is down. Just some witches really who are getting hammered by a scatter shot. Goblin's trying to do its best, but there's only so much that it can do really. Healer's trying to keep the Yeti alive as well as it pushes into that section, but he'll fall in a second as well. The Yeti Mites do manage to get down the Expo, but this Warden, it was pretty much controlling that area. Very effective. It's good effort from Focus, but not quite enough to get the 3-star. But now we have got GTX Tanish from Knight Riders 2 attacking VR Bitquick from Vista Ridge. Inside the army we've got a Lalo, which is kind of the meta. A lot of people use Lalo. It comes out with some pretty good results normally. Lava Hound in early, in with the blimp as well. Let's see where he's planning to drop. There it goes. Nice placement on the inverse, nice placement on the drop as well. Super Wizards will get a decent amount of damage here, chain through a lot of this section. Another inverse down on him there. Should be able to get down the World Champion as well. Now coming back out, clean towards that way a little bit. It's all worn off now, but they'll get down a little bit more damage on the outer buildings, which will be helpful for the main push. Here it comes from the top then. We have got the Queen in, we've got the King in as well, pushing towards the Town Hall. Ice Golem freezing up a little bit on the outside as well. Baby Dragon doing its thing. Clearing up and pushing in. Getting down a decent amount actually. Right, there we go. All of the skellies cleared up. King's ability goes off. It'll help secure that Town Hall. Push us over towards the Expo as well. Town Hall poison will cause a few issues. Luckily those balloons are all focused on the King. Phoenix gives the invincibility to the King just before, well, as it falls. In the meantime, on the left hand side, here comes the bulk of the Lalo in with the Warden. All of these balloons. That middle section is completely frozen. Should be able to get a decent amount of damage down on them, assuming there's nothing too splashy that affects them. We can see the Monolith screw up a lot of these attacks, so let's hope that that doesn't happen. The Tanish. World Champion continue to push him through. She doesn't have her ability. Will she be able to take down the Monolith? Will it take down her? Gets down the Monolith. Get down a few of those troops there. Should be able to get down the Builder Hut. This should be a 3-star, but it might change a little bit. It's difficult to tell, you know. There's not too much left on the map, but balloons can get taken down pretty easily. Yeah, I would say it's triple, but yeah, it's a triple. Yeah, yeah, okay, it's definitely a triple. But there's still a chance for Big Rick there. Put lovely defense on record, but not quite. Looks like Tanish will take the 3-star, which puts them into the lead. Here it goes. We have got Giles from Vista Ridge. attacking leader from Night Riders. Let's see what Giles can do. Inside the army, we've got E-Titans, we've got healers, we've got a little bit of everything. Looks like a sort of E-Titan smash type thing. So we'll just go with that. Here we go then, we've got Warden Walk in with the balloon as well, taking on any of those tracks that might be there. In at the top, in the meantime, we've got the Witches doing a little bit of clear up, and a Wizard as well, just getting on with that nice and early. Don't want to risk a time fail, especially at this stage. It's got to be a solid hit. Yeah, we've got Night Riders up 2.2% on percentage, so pretty much, yeah, 76.2 or something to 74. It's 2.2%. Nothing in it really. One particularly bad 2-star we'll call it for either team. Neck and neck on stars there. Right, we've got the King in the meantime still pushing. Got all those heroes still pushing really. Okay, there goes the blimp. Nice ability on that. Should send it right in there. Squeezing that up nice and early. I wonder what he's got in there. Maybe Yetis, maybe Dragons, maybe both. Yes, he does. Should get down that Town Hall pretty easily. And should get down that CC as well. Which often just takes a little while to clear up. Not going to get down the Monolith or anything, unfortunately. There's a little bit too much in there. Right, Queen is getting hammered a little bit now. Just taking a lot of damage from her. The Expo pops her ability. All of her little troops die to that giant bomb. That's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, Giles really needs this triple. The pressure is definitely on him right now. Queen goes down. That's not ideal. Royal Champion is still up. She's still got her ability, but she has a lot to try to clear by herself. Especially with the scatter shot or the splash. There goes an Invis. Nice placement on that. Not quite overlapping the Archer Tower. And she should be able to get down the scatter shot. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. There goes the ability. Don't want to risk her dying. Now is not the time for risks. Not at all. She gets down the scatter shot. She does take another hit from it. She is now at half health. Monolith is starting to wake up now, causing a few issues there. King's having a go. King's still pushing through. I don't think there's enough here. That Monolith is just going to cause too many issues. King hasn't got a chance, really. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a rough attack. Yeah. There was a lot in there that really caused a few issues. King's Phoenix ability might save the day, get an extra percentage, but no, not enough unfortunately. And there we go, 88% 2-star. He's got to hope that his defense is good. Here we go, we have got Gollum the King. Let's see what he can do. In his army, we've got Dragon Riders, we've got Dragons, we've got Balloons. Once again, very air-oriented attack. We've got the recall in as well. And we're starting off with the Queen, just to help funnel a little bit. We've seen this a lot, and it's worked pretty well so far. She might even go down and take down the let's wait and see. I think we'll see the recall go off straight after the EA goes down. Drops a Rage instead, just to keep her up and push through these X-Base instead. Okay, we've got Lightnings in the middle to clear up the Air Sweeper. And we've got the CC troops. They come out, recall in there pretty quickly, because that's going to cause some issues. Didn't manage to get down the other Expo, but I did get a bit of damage down on it. Lowering them away there with that Archer all the way over it in the top right hand corner. Here comes the bulk of the army. We have got the Balloons, we've got the Dragon Riders as well. But I think I'm skin on the King. I don't know if he does actually. It's got the Pixel one, I think. So no. Right, there goes the ability. Still pushing through. I assume we'll have lots of Balloons. Okay, they will probably go down largely to the Town Hall bomb. as they do, but still managing to get a decent amount of damage there. The Dragon Riders are trying to clear up around the outside, but there's a lot of defences here that are fully waged up, and they are going to do some serious damage, especially that at Warden Tower. I mean, the air defense is clearing up these dragons. Three's there to help. That's definitely needed. In order, and look, we've got the Royal Champion up at the top, fighting the other Royal Champion. She is crazy low now. Queen's still pushing through. I think this might go to Night Riders. King does go down. Phoenix keeps him alive for a little bit. Queen's still pushing through though. Yeah, this is the win to Night Riders, which is, I mean, what a match. Nothing in it really. Very close. I'm not sure if we're going to see a 3-star, if it's just going to be a 2. It adds a little bit of suspense to it. I think with those 2 expos, it might be a little bit too much for her. But let's see, she might. Yes, she's going to take down the first expo. She might be okay. She might pull through this. No, not quite enough time left on the clock, I don't think. But still, a very strong hit. A 97% 2-star to finish it off with. What a lovely match. I mean, that was really close between both teams. I know that there was a little bit of a light bantering, we'll call it, in the chat. But seriously, 2 very impressive teams. 2 very impressive sets of hitters.